that could change depending on if I faint or
I think you'll faint in the water.
We don't allow fainting here.
You'll be fine, right?
My friend fainted. I did.
Yeah, but he
He
had
was in self-hypnosis. He was in a traumatic experience. He's having a traumatic experience. Our births here are very calm. They're very non-eventful. None of the drama that you see on ER, Discovery Health, none of that happens here because our babies are not being drugged. Our mamas are not being drugged. We're not inducing them. We're not doing the things to them that the hospitals are doing, which is why these two have decided to birth with us because they don't want all that mess and they don't want all that drama. This is their first baby and they want a nice, easy, calm experience. And we're very privileged that they've decided to do that here. So we're going to have a great time. We have our little ducky there.
You don't even want to see the other room?
Of the water temperature.
No?
she's already settled.
She's made up her mind. I know.
Yeah, so she's got a private bathroom right there. So she doesn't have to leave the room. Now, she needs to leave the room because she wants to walk the halls or, you know, especially if we're after hours and maybe the other reason why we like to get them out of the water is they get so relaxed that we've actually seen labor slow down. So although we're not inducing, we still want labor to be progressive. We want things to keep going. So we might get her out of the water and we might go walking up and down the halls, especially if it's after hours and no one else is in the building. We can just walk from one end all the way to the other, and we'll just go back until she's ready to come back into the room and get back into the water. And so we like to keep the water temperature, body temperature. It's about 98 degrees, which sounds really, really hot, except that the hormones that are going to be working through her body, she's not going to feel it. She's going to want it very warm, very cozy. It's going to be like streaming hot to the rest of us. At some point, you'll probably see me in a
We'll be sweating.
because it gets so hot here when a mama is in labor, which is fine with us. Again, our goal is to fit our environment around her plan. So whatever she wants to do, we have to conform to fit that as best as possible, as best as we're able. You see we have O2 here. We are a level 1 labor and delivery unit, which means in a normal vaginal, non-complicated delivery, we have everything on board that the hospital or a community-based maternity center has, such as O2, drugs for after when the baby and the placenta are born. If she has a little bit of hemorrhaging, there's drugs we can give her to stop the bleeding very quickly. My mother is a neonatal resuscitation provider. I will be starting next Friday. I'm going to class next Friday. So we'll both be NRPs, so we can do neonatal resuscitation. Generally, our babies don't need it because they're not being drugged. Yeah. She knows the hypno stuff. The hypno stuff? Okay, so yeah, so hypno babies, it helps a lot, self-hypnosis, because we're using hypno-based childbirth education. So it helps both of these two people right here stay relaxed and stay in control of what's happening. We've been told by mothers who had like an epidural in one labor, and then at the next labor where they're in hypnosis or they're in the water, they're like, you know, I felt the same in the water as I did when I had an epidural, but I could still feel my body. I still had control. Whereas with the epidural, it was just like, I had no control. I had no idea what was happening down there.
Couldn't feel anything.
So they couldn't feel it. So you still feel it, but you're in control. So, and it's not painful. And we don't use scare words like contractions. We talk about pressure waves. We talk about breathing through a contraction. We don't do purple pushing where you're seeing the videos where, and in fact, it's on my NRP DVD, my DVD ROM, where she's purple pushing. She's going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. It's
absolutely
horrible.
terrible.
Depriving. When mom's not breathing, the baby's not breathing. Baby's completely dependent on her for oxygen during labor and delivery.
So we're not doing it that way.
So when she's in the middle of a pressure wave, we talk about breathing it down or breathing through it. And a lot of times moms, especially first-time laborers, they forget to breathe. So we'll be eye to eye and, Alejandra, breathe. Alejandra, the baby's not getting any oxygen. Breathe. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm breathing. I got this pressure wave. That's okay. Just breathe. So they do fine with that. Let's see, what else?
Well, let's ask some questions. If anybody got any questions back here?
No.